Alright. Hi everyone, I'm Chase Lian.
And I'm Farhana.
We are from SMK Damansara Jaya, and today we are going to talk about something that will change the way we look at plastic forever. Ever since we invented this wonder material, it has conquered every part of our lives. Look at the things around us, from our clothes to our phones, and even the chairs which we are sitting on, all plastic.
Convenient, lightweight, plastic has made our life so much easier. But then, we discovered a problem. The plastic waste that we release into the environment also destroys it. Plastic was once our best friend, but has since become our enemy.
But does it really have to be this way? What if we don't have to fight plastic? What if we can coexist with it? What if we can be friends again? This is what we're going to talk about today, how we can change the perception of plastic from trash to treasure. Now, there's nothing really wrong with plastic. It's just that all this while we've been using it the wrong way. What we need to do is to change from the linear economy to the circular economy, which Farhana will explain about.
Now, what exactly is circular economy? For me to explain what circular economy is, I will have to explain what linear economy is first, which is our current economic model. So basically, linear economy follows a straight take, make, dispose rule. Now imagine a straight line from start to end. So at the starting part, crude oil and petroleum, these two substances are the main building blocks of plastic, and then they are then extracted from the sea. And then from there, they are then put through a series of chemical processes, and from there, plastic is then being made in the form of tiny, tiny little pieces called pellets. And then these pellets are then being melted and molded to make a plastic product. Like, for example, a plastic bottle, which is used to hold water. But what happens after that plastic bottle has served its purpose? That's right, into the trash they go. And then this creates unnecessary waste. It's no wonder that we are sinking in plastic pollution. But meanwhile, in circular economy, plastic waste does not end up in the trash. It is instead being recycled or reused to make newer products. It's like we're giving them a second life. This is because in circular economy follows the 5R rule, which is reuse, refuse, reduce, repurpose, and recycle. In circular economy, plastic waste doesn't end up in the landfills. Instead, it is ended up in our recycling centers. And from there, they are then cleaned, cut, and crushed before they are then melted and molded to make newer products, like camping gear, or maybe even our bags or shoes. Other examples include milk jugs, which can be our lawn furniture, or our playground equipment, whereas our plastic bags can be our benches and our fences.
Circular economy for plastics might seem far-fetched, but it is actually possible. In fact, we're already using it in some parts of our lives, just not plastic. The rate of recovery for some common items is shown here. As you can see, we only recycle 9% of plastic. This is the problem with plastic pollution. Instead of reclaiming the valuable raw materials that goes into making the other 91%, we let them sit in landfills and flow into the oceans where they do all sorts of harm.
The question is, why can't we do better? If we can make batteries, use them, and then recycle them, why can't we do the same for plastic? Well, there's 3 reasons. For one, it's hard to recycle plastic. 2, people don't really see it as profitable. And 3, of course, lack of public awareness. First off, it's less attractive and troublesome for people to make profit out of recycling plastics than other stuff, like for example, a car battery. So therefore, if you want to make profit out of recycling plastic, it needs to be done at a larger scale. But then this is also difficult because if you want to recycle plastic at a larger scale, it needs highly specialized equipment. But then, it needs highly specialized equipment. Other than that, different types of plastic needs to be separated before recycling can even begin. But does this mean that plastic is not valuable? Is it all trash and not treasure? Of course not. Here are the few examples of where plastic trash is turned into very valuable treasure.
Take, for example, the Million Ways Project, a non-profit organization that recycles plastic balls floating in the oceans and turns them into prosthetic arms. Each arm costs $45 and is made out of around 30 plastic balls. According to the founder of this project, up to 40 million people worldwide stand to benefit from the products that they create. Just imagine, something that you would normally throw away, something that can kill wildlife, can actually be used as a force to change someone's life for the better.
Okay, so that's million ways. But what about closer to home? Are there any local companies or local initiatives that carries out circular economy? Of course there is. One prime example is the BGBG initiative, which was founded back in the year 2013. BGBG initiative aims to merge the sciences behind sustainability in products as well as their love for design and arts. So far, the BGBG initiative has recycled 630 meters worth of polyester seatbelts, as well as 78 units of diesel drums, as well as 551 kilograms of banners, most of which are made from a polyester mesh. Other than that, there's also the cloth lifestyle, which was founded back in the year 2015. Did you know that Cloth Lifestyle is the only Malaysian company that was awarded the My Hijau certification? Cloth Lifestyle markets recycled polyester yarns to make high quality polyester yarns to make high quality fabrics. And then these fabrics are then being used to make their sportswear and their bags.
Circular economy for plastics is possible. We have the technology to make this work. Just whether or not we care about planet Earth, and I'm saying that we should. Now, how many of us we keep our old newspapers and give it to the uncle saying, "Old newspaper, surat khabar lama"? Anyone? Alright, thank you. How many of us we keep our old plastic bags and give it to the uncle saying, "Oh, plastic bags, plastic bag lama"? Thank you. So that means, why? There is no such uncle. Circular economy for plastics is not in our culture, and it is our mission to make it so. We need to stop thinking of plastic as take, make, and dispose. Instead, it should be treated like a renewable resource, much like newspaper. Currently, it's hard to do so right now because it's expensive and you don't have an organized system in place. To change this, 4 parties need to play a part. They are manufacturers, recyclers, governments and organizations, and us consumers.
Let's start with manufacturers. Currently, people who create stuff only make stuff just to minimize costs instead of recyclability and durability. They do not make product just for the intention for it to be recycled. So therefore, plastic products needs to have clear-cut guidelines on how they should be recovered. For example, if I were to want to recycle a plastic container, do I keep the cap on or the cap off? And what about plastic bags? How should it be managed? See, this is where clear-cut guidelines plays an important role. Other than that, some types of plastic needs to be separated before recycling can begin. But consumers don't know this now, do they? And when they fail to sort out it properly, the whole batch of plastic goes to waste.
Next, recyclers also play an important role. Currently, we need to realize that few people recycle because it's hard. Recycling centers are few and far between, and worse still, some centers they don't even accept certain materials. For the circular economy of plastics to work, this must change. Recycling should be made easy as handing a stack of old newspaper to the uncle honking outside our house. Next, few people open recycling centers because they do not see the immediate benefit of it. How can we change this?
This is where governments step in. They can provide incentives for those who set up recycling centers. Other than that, they should start helping plastic manufacturing companies and support them by making sustainable plastic products. This can be done by imposing lower taxes or tax rebates. This way, more eco-friendly factories are encouraged to further their noble cause as well as strive in the competitive market.
Lastly, it's time for us consumers to take action. We need to be aware of the circular economy as an alternative to the linear economy and to do what's right for our future. Here are a few steps we can take. First, we should try to avoid plastic whenever possible. That means buying products that are packaged in, say, cardboard or paper instead of plastic, or buying wooden chairs instead of plastic chairs, stuff like that. Next, we need to make sure that every ounce of plastic that we do use lasts as long as possible. That means not throwing away that plastic chair until it's broken. And when it's broken, we recycle it. We can also buy refills for products such as lighters or shampoo to reduce our consumption of plastic. With that being said, we don't have to avoid plastic entirely, as some plastic products, such as plastic bags, they are a good way to handle household waste and accidental purchases. Being a good consumer just means that we reuse it and dispose of it properly.
With the help of manufacturers, recyclers, and governments, we can help them reduce the plastic and the plastic pollution. To sum it up, one cannot deny the importance of plastic in our daily lives. But however, we must realize that plastic itself is not the problem. It is the way that we are managing it, which is contributing to the existing pollution. But once we change our mindset, we can surely make this world a better place.
This is our message today. Plastic is not trash, it is treasure. We can fix the disaster that we started in the first place. Fish in the oceans, the albatross soaring in the sky, the ozone layer, and our children to come, they can all be saved. By making the circular economy a success, we can look at plastic and embrace it, not as an enemy, but as an old friend.